more stuff to do. We decided how we wanted to sort of help with our campaigns, the shows, the streams that we run. So we're going to start updating on a regular basis after every show in the shows section. So if you hit the check the shows panel, sort of on the menu bar down there, you'll be able to see both the schedule, which will be posting our new active schedule, and then as well you can check the campaigns section. Under campaigns, you'll be able to see campaign hubs, where we're going to have session by session updates on everything that's been going on in each campaign, a summary of the characters, the kind of questions that new people tend to ask on the shows. Ratch, you said you're getting a broken link. Let me know, keep trying to refresh. I've turned off construction mode, so everything should be live and up at encounterroleplay.com, but we can keep refreshing on my end as far as checking to make sure that the construction mode didn't turn itself back on. So if it does work for you, let me know if it works.
Seems all good.
Okay.
Seems all good for folks. Okay, cool. So, yeah, as you can see here, guys, just clicked on Alaskan Almanac, and you have the characters, what level they are, who's playing them, the session recaps for the previous sessions, as you can see here. And this is for all of our campaigns. So we go down here onto campaigns. Let's see, I just clicked on a random one, but so let's click on the Curse of Strahd, because we've had a lot of episodes of the Curse of Strahd. So let's see down here, we've got the adventurers here, and we've got different summaries down here, full episodes you can watch, links to our YouTube campaigns. Let's go down, let's go on schedules as well, schedules. Let's see, streaming schedule. As you can see, this is just a stuff for when we're streaming, the times like that. There's also got the 24-hour stream schedule down here. So all of our different updated schedules go on here for different 24-hour streams, 12-hour streams, other things that we're doing. What else? I guess the Play With Us section is what people are perhaps most interested in. You're muted, Mitch?
Yeah, there we go. So that's what I think we'll need the most talking about, sort of walking through. If you guys do find a broken link, so XP's over 8, you said the Math Magician town generator is no longer working. That's shitty. They must have taken it down the last couple days. Send those my way. I will check and update if there's anything that sort of hiccups as far as keeping things all linked together. But yeah, let's talk about the Play With Us section. So obviously, we're still going to keep running our potential for playtesting partnerships, where if you're an indie developer developing a tool or a game, you guys can contact us, and we can do a little partnership. We can work together, stream your show, show your system off a little bit, get to know it in the way that we've done with games like Open Legend that we've had a lot of fun with, and it's been great. So that stuff is all still there. Nothing is going away that we used to do. The viewer games, of course, the Westmarch stuff on Thursdays, still running strong. Lots more details and info there for those of you who still want to keep playing, or if you're finally ready to take the dive and role play with Will. Now the tavern stuff. This is the new sort of sexy thing that we're excited about. Not only does it give us a way to role play with you guys more, because the issue with our Thursday games is there's just so many people who message Will saying that they want to role play with us during the Westmarch games, and we've only got so many slots on a given week. Or some people want to role play, but they don't have a camera, or they don't have, they don't think they have a good enough internet connection to do it on stream. A bunch of different issues that they may have. So we wanted to do some type of text-based role playing. So similar to play-by-post forum type stuff that I know a lot of us have done in the past. A lot of people might be familiar with. Or also the sort of chat room style role playing, where you get to sort of role play through in a chat room just through text, describing actions and things that your character says and all that. So we're going to have, we already do have, designated Discord text channels. There's 3 of them for role playing. There's the Tavern RP. Thanks, Squeegee. There's the Tavern RP. We've also got the Clearing RP and the Side Room RP. I guess the last 2 in a different order. If you go to just the tavern page, you can see a description of the Gilded Galvatron, which is the name of our tavern, where you'll get a physical description of the space, the layout, and you'll see that the side room is just an extra space for you guys to role play in, so that the chat doesn't get quite as cluttered. And if you need to, dish it out with another character, if you need to duel one another at dawn, you can step it into the clearing and role play through sort of in a narrative way, just describing actions. Roll through your fight, which is kind of cool. But the big thing with Tavern RP is you need a way to show who your character is. Now in most of the chat rooms that I used to role play in, and a lot of the forums, you'd have commands that let you sort of look at different players. Some communities would use wikis and stuff instead. we decided to use our site because we've got this new site, a whole lot of space, a whole lot of content that you can fit onto it. So we're going to let you guys host your character sheets right on the website. So we're going to make posts and pages for you for each of your characters. But we're going to let you spend Twitch gold because we know a lot of you have been building up gold. You've been saving up from watching over and over and over all these encounter roleplay shows. You've been clocking this time, and the gold kind of loses its value after you've got, I don't know, Ratch, how much do you have? Do a check gold for everybody so they can see. So it gets a little silly. So you want something to do with the gold. So what we decided, as a way of trying to finding a balance between spending your Twitch gold on something, so you actually get to have that kind of tangible. But also we didn't want to overly mechanize the Tavern RP because it's meant to be open-ended. It's meant to be free-flowing, very narrative, lots of text to do sort of whatever you like. So what we decided was you can purchase your character sheet for 100 Twitch gold, not a lot of Twitch gold. And the character sheet, as it starts, will just have the basic details, your name, your race, your sex, your class, and that's it. And then once you use your Twitch gold on, if you go to the purchasables page, if you're running the tour, you'll use your Twitch gold to unlock sections of the character sheet. So you can write whatever it is that you'd like in equipment, for instance. You can describe, you're not purchasing piecemeal, leather armor and a sword and all that. You can just have whatever you'd like, but you're unlocking and sort of upgrading how in-depth your character sheet can be. And that goes into nice, fun, silly things like cool titles and having pets or mounts. You can have your own private room within the tavern, the Guild of Galgatron. If you don't just want to be one of the cheesy renters, you can have a permanent boarded room that you can decorate yourself, describing your character sheet. The Hall of Heroes is a cool one. There's a back section to the tavern that has these podiums that are sort of projecting illusion magic, telling little stories so you can write up your own sort of epic story where you became famous. Lots of different ways you can spend the gold. And then once you've got a character sheet, you can just hang out in the Discord RP. And if someone is new to the community, they step in, they want to RP in the tavern, and they see some names flying by in the chat, then they can go to the website and we'll have a long scrolling list, like an appendix, like a Rolodex of all the different characters that play in our tavern for people to check out. So super exciting. I'm excited. I'm going to be sitting in there for the rest of the weekend into Monday and Tuesday role playing with folks. So if you want to role play with us, you want to spend some of that gold, I think, Will, you can go to the bottom of the purchasables page.
Sure.
And there's how do you purchase all this stuff?
How do you purchase? That's right. Let me go down here for you guys. And also thank you so much to Kenji and to Tabletop Assassin for following. You guys are both gentlemen and scholars. Thank you very much. I'll show you guys here.
So the gist of it is you just send an email to us. Contact Encounter Roleplay. Send an email within the subject line of the email. Just have something like Tavern RP or Twitch gold spending, whatever, just so we know what it's for. And in the body of your email, just say how much gold you want to spend for which sort of sections of the sheet you'd like to upgrade, and then write the full text. So give us a copy paste of what you want in your character sheet, and I will literally just slap that on to a page. That's your custom character sheet hosted right on our website for you, that we can have all that information there.
Here it is in close up for you guys. So, for instance, hey, well, I'd like to buy some stuff for my character sheet. My Twitch handle is at Encounter Mention. I'd like to buy 1,300 gold of stuff, 100 gold basic character sheet, 200 expanded character sheet with appearance, equipment, personality, 1,000 gold for my magic item boots, and then you just give me the description stuff like your name, your player, your details, your appearance and equipment, and you can pull in your full text, and the list goes on the different purchasables that you can use. Thanks, Tabletop Assassin, who recommended us to you.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
We'll go to, if you could, go to the player characters section under the Discord Tavern RP, because we've got a sample character. We've got the character that I'm going to roleplay for the first little while in the tavern. And keep in mind, you can have multiple characters if you've got the gold to spend. We'll let you host multiple sheets. There's no limit to what we'll build on our site for you. Just make sure when you step into the tavern, you indicate which character you're stepping in as a player. So we've got a sample character sheet for you folks, so you can see what it looks like when it's fleshed out. So your Twitch gold is purchasing like subheadings that sort of unlock, and then you can populate those subheadings and put in whatever text you like into that. Because we don't really care as much about the mechanics. We're not going to make you pay for the +2 sword and that sort of thing. If you want to describe this really intricate family heirloom sword, you can absolutely just have that for the same cost it would be to just by the category to describe all your equipment. So it's trying to incorporate Twitch Gold a little bit, but also trying to keep the Tavern RP as free as possible, so you guys can roleplay whoever the hell you want.
Exactly. So Mitch has got his character. He's playing Rosevian. How do you pronounce that? Rosevian?
Rosevian, sounds good.
Cool, yeah. So he's got his appearance and equipment here. He's got his personality. He's got his childhood, his family, his goals. Got different magic items, gloves, helmet, armor, weapons, trinkets. He's got his companion pet, his permanent room within the tavern that you can use. He's got his Hall of Heroes tale, which is like basically a short story which you've written about your character there. So you guys can all have this here, and you all have your own character sheets up here on the site. They'll just be all underneath player characters here, and you can throw them out and we'll roleplay within the Discord itself, which is super exciting. So hoping to see lots of emails from you guys about your characters that you want to use. Harry Roy recommended us. We recommend you watch those guys as well as Evil Squeegee. We're part of the same team, part of the same body, same orifice. So yeah, that is.
So
do you want to expand?
Super exciting. As it starts right now, all we have are those 3 rooms to chat in. So because it is a text chat, it does move kind of quickly if there's a ton of people there. So we wanted to allow you to sort of move around. So the physical side room in the tavern, which is sort of part of the actual setting that you're role-playing in, gives you convenient space if it's really crowded and lots of text going on. 2 characters can step into the other room, and that's where they role-play. We are starting to talk and play with the ideas of adding more text channels, which we're not going to do initially at launch. We just want to deal with the flood of people who are going to want character sheets first. But we are going to start doing additional text channels that you can purchase or sort of rent with Twitch Gold for going on adventures. So we'll have a text channel called Adventure 1. You could purchase it for an evening for 1,000 gold, say, and 4 of you could enter into that chat room and physically go on an adventure and sort of narrate through wherever it is that you're going, sort of GM-less adventures that you can go to, which is exciting. We're hoping to get more of that kind of stuff because it adds a cool sort of exploration element.
Yeah.
But if you're wondering, how am I going to explore and go on adventures outside of a tavern when I don't really know what the rules are as far as this world? What's next to the tavern? What's east? What's north? What's south? What is this broader setting? Well, we want your help with that too. So for 1,000 gold, you can purchase something that's not on your character sheet. You can purchase a page in the world. So we're going to have a whole section of the website. Will can show you the tab there for the world. We've built a tavern at the center of a continent, and that's all we've designed as far as the world or the setting itself. And you can purchase pages that you can populate with as much text as you want once you've unlocked that page. So if you want to make a city somewhere in the world, you drop 1,000 gold, we give you a page to fill with whatever text you want. And over time, we're going to start to actually build and flesh out a whole fantasy setting to role play in that people can go on these adventures to. If you want to say drop like a mysterious elven city that's like your character's homeland, pay the gold to have that in the world, then rent out, one of these adventure channels for a day or 2 days, and then you can go take someone on a tour of your homeland or where you're from.
Thanks so much to Sephir for following. Welcome to Gentleman and Scholar. Thanks so much. Go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah, so
I'm
lots
super
of cool
excited
ways.
about this part as well.
Yeah, lots of cool ways that we can sort of build the world together.
Yeah.
And then this is where it gets really funky. Once we have enough of a world developed, as far as, we've got enough pages of, someone builds a spooky tower that there's rumors of X happening at. Someone builds a city, someone builds a swamp, there's a weird dungeon over here. Then we can actually start playing real D&D sessions on stream in this world that the whole community has created. So our 24-hour streams, it's a great spot to do one-shots. We can start doing one-shot adventures that start at the Gilded Galgatron and head out from there. So you guys will have written the descriptions that our GMs read to the players as far as what it is that they see when they enter a dungeon or something else.
Yeah, exactly. So the cool thing is you guys can create the world with us. How much is it for a world wiki gold-wise?
It might be, I might have dropped it down to 500. I think I was saying 1,000, but I think it might be
Let's have a
500.
look. Yeah, 500 gold. World lore page. Leave your mark on the world by making a unique location to be included on our map. Write as much or as little as you want. So what we're going to have is, starting from this tavern starting point, we're going to have the world, and you guys can add a page to the world. So you might think, there's a local village nearby where I came from. Its name is this. It has all these people in it. It does such and such. It trades this, and it has these characters within it. And you guys get to decide that is the canon in this world. Flamekiller asks, what races can we include for our character sheet? Mitch, as far as I'm aware, it's completely open.
Yeah, so one of the cool things about having your purchases not be physical components of your character, with the exception of magic items a little bit, because you're just purchasing like more space to write, it's entirely open. It's not even restricted to a D&D sort of Forgotten Realms lore. You can have races that are monstrous. You can literally do whatever it is that you want, because again, the mechanics aren't really the point. We've got a small little rule section, 3 rules on role playing that are, pretty simple and straightforward to follow. Anyone who's done play-by-post or chat room stuff will already know those sort of basic mechanics on how you keep things narrative rather than focusing on the number crunch. Yeah. But if you want to play like an ogre, if you want to play this like half transmuted alligator that was like the pet of a warlock and now you're kind of sentient, you can do whatever you want. There's no restriction at all whatsoever. The sort of basic details of race, class, that sort of thing, I just use that as a template because it's what people are familiar with. Yeah. But you can have whatever it is that you'd like.
Yeah, so it's completely open. Your imagination is the only limit here, and of course, when you go into the Tavern RP, as the world begins to expand, it will be worth looking up at the World Compendium to get an idea of the different places people might be talking about, the different characters that it might be involved with, and then you can add pieces to that lore. So another thing which I think is cool is, if someone creates the name of a village, they haven't added too much to it, you could pay your gold to expand that as well, and then together you kind of, as a team, we all create this world. So it's really pretty open. Obviously, I'll say the rules because we'll say them so that they are said, but you guys are all very intelligent and not nasty people. But just so you know, no hurtful speech. As a general catch-all rule, if you're not sure whether something might cause offense to someone, just don't say it. In character is not an acceptable excuse for this kind of stuff. Everyone feeling safe and having fun takes priority. So it's just about having a safe space. So people that are role playing, some people might be younger, etc., etc. It's worth just keeping it fairly clean so you don't offend people. Mature, not explicit. We understand that adult content, violence, cursing, romance is a great way to roleplay character motivations and development. We're totally fine with a degree of mature content, but keep the really gritty stuff in private messages. Let's be tactful, chaps. If nothing else, for the sake of encounter roleplay is mostly British temperament, indeed. So just keeping it fairly clean. And if anything else comes about which you want to roleplay, then you can do it via private message rather than being all in the tavern stuff.
Yeah, and that's another cool thing about Discord as a tool or as a space to do this. We've got room to sort of manage a lot of settings within these text channels that we're using. But then there's also private messaging. There's sort of friend lists that you can use. It becomes a sort of community hub that you can sort of work around. I think there's a lot of customization you can do as far as notification settings too. Yeah. So if you're sort of at work and you're in a job where pulling out your phone once in a while is not a big deal. We're not trying to get anybody fired here, but having those notifications can be a cool way to like keep up in the present, which is something that sort of old traditional sort of chat rooms. You sit down and log in to roleplay for a couple hours and then you log off. But this sort of allows us to keep conversations a little bit more ongoing, which is cool.
Exactly. Disc, nice, £5, just getting some startup capital. Great job on everything, guys. Thanks, Disc. So if you guys don't know, the easiest and freest way to get gold is just by hanging out in chat, watching shows, enjoying yourself. You gain gold by just watching and also by gambling, ! Roll, ! Dungeon, and you can gain gold from doing stuff like that. But also you do get gold for donating, so every time you donate, you get 10 times the amount in pounds. So if you donate £5, this gets 500 gold, so he can add a bunch of stuff to his character sheet already. So it's a quick way if you don't want to kind of grind out the gold too much. But gold is pretty easy to come by, so just by watching the shows and enjoying, there shouldn't be any kind of pay to win element or pay to get stuff. I mean, it's just, if you want to, then you can, but it's really quite easy to get. Actually, just made a really good point. The startup gold, for when you follow you get 50 gold, but I think I might make that 100 just so people can
Yeah.
immediately buy a character sheet. So I'm gonna change that one. Good idea, Jess. So every time you follow, well, one time you follow, you get a 100 gold exchange right now. So cool.
And I'll tell you what, if there's anybody in chat right now who's watching, who's sitting through this intro, sort of joining us as we launch our site, just as a thank you for being here as we launch the new website, send me a message if you have less than 100 gold, and I'll make sure that everybody here has at least 100 gold for tonight.
Yeah, and if for whatever reason you don't have the gold, we don't want it to be kind of, hey, we don't have gold, you can't do this just to get a character sheet. We want everyone to be included, so send us a thing and we'll make sure that you get gold. Yeah, also by being active in chat, you actually get more gold. I think if you're chatting array, you get like twice as much gold than if you're just lurking. That's just because we like people chatting away in our chat, really. So it's pretty cool. So the Discord, for those of you who are wanting to join, actually we've got a third rule. The third rule is story, not numbers. The idea behind this chat room is to provide a safe space to roleplay. While we fully realise that Duels at Dawn are as inevitable as they are awesome, we encourage folks to scrap it out narratively and in the clearing, which is one of our third rooms. Instead of enforcing mechanical rules for combat or opposed actions, we have Deus Ex Bobby, the legendary mute tavern owner. Basically, if you try and go around god moding or repeatedly abusing this narrative freedom for combat, prepare to get trounced permanently, like out of our chat room. So it comes down to the obvious rule of don't be a douchebag. Everyone wants to have fun, everyone wants their character to be awesome and be cool in fights and stuff, but if you're kind of abusing it and people are getting upset, then we can take people out of chat rooms or give you warnings and stuff like that. So undoubtedly, you guys are gentlemen and scholars, so we know that you won't. But if that happens, then the mechanic is there. Discord is mythomatic, yeah. Zelda room, if you want some gold, you can hit a follow button, or of course you can roll dungeons, stuff like that. So yeah, those are the rules. But the Discord, for those who are interested, is but my character's the most awesomest. The Discord is there. If you're not in there, then you can find the rooms and stuff. The Tavern RP, Side Room RP, and the Clearing RP channels are all up and ready to get going. And of course, we're going to start launching those once you guys have some character sheets. So over the next few days, we're going to add all the character sheets up here. We'll be able to see you in player characters, and you guys are going to be able to add stuff in there. So we have all these lists of character sheets and all the world compendiums starting to get together, which I'm super excited for.
And just so that you guys are aware, we thought it would make it easier so you don't have to keep bouncing between pages. When we make a fresh character sheet for everybody, we're going to have a full character sheet with all the categories there, just with no text in them, so that you can see right away what it is that you haven't purchased yet, so that it's apparent. You don't have to go back and forth. So we'll have this sort of template, empty character sheet, and then you're sort of just unlocking further sections by sending us an email that says, spend this gold, unlock this section, here's the text I want put in it, and we'll put it on the website so that we host everything for you guys. So all you have to do is send an email and show up.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's as easy as that. We've got most of the kind of back-end work for this, but it should be pretty exciting. But that's not all the rest of the website. We're going to head on to other stuff about the website in just a moment here. But do you guys have any questions? I'm sure you do have some burning questions. I've already gotten an email from Flaming Killer, apparently. So make sure you send the emails to contact@encounterroleplay.com. That's contact@encounterroleplay.com. There you go. Questions about the Tavern RP, I'm sure you have a few, so feel free to ask them. We're going to talk a little bit, I'll let Mitch talk about the other areas of the website here. So news and contests, Mitch, whilst you guys get in your questions, and we'll answer them in a few moments here.
Sure. So news and contests is just a spot where we're going to be able to post updates, things that we're doing, excited announcements, things that sort of come up down the road, whether it's details on, I don't know, something like a Gamescom that we might be going to in the fall of some kind. That kind of stuff, just sort of keeping on top of what it is that's new for us. A lot of the news things right now just relate to the website because that's the big hot exclusive. But another cool thing is contests. We are going to start doing monthly contests. This one's a little bit more of a broad, sort of general one. We just had our 1-year birthday. We were very excited about it, had a really happy, fun stream. So we want you to send in some type of birthday tribute, whether it's a horrendous Photoshop meme, some legitimate or honest fan art, photo mashups, video montages, kitschy songs, whatever it is that you feel like you'd want to send to sort of celebrate our birthday with us. And the winner gets a big, juicy prize. Those prizes...
1,000 Twitch gold. So if you enter, you receive 100 gold. But if you win 5,000 gold for chat and a handwritten monogrammed thank you card from myself for entering the competition. And of course, you submit your submission to contact@encounterroleplay.com before April 1st. Not April 1st. June 1st. June 1st. June 1st. So yeah, the quest: create any form of anniversary fan tribute in celebration of our recent 1-year birthday. Anything from fan art, horrendous Photoshop memes, to kitschy musical numbers or heartfelt video messages. On June 1st, the Encounter Roleplay team will vote anonymously on our favourites and crown a winner. So it's as simple as that, guys. 5,000 gold. Read anything you want, and it'll happen. The site's pretty tidy. Well played, whoever made it. There's the wonderful Mitch over on my right here. Congratulations, Mitch. So yeah, that's our monthly contest for May, and these are gonna be monthly contests. So we're gonna think of a different contest every single month. So it's worth checking out the website regularly.
And one thing we'll promise that I think is cool to say that we are always going to do for these contests. There's usually going to be a Twitch Gold component, because we know that now there's something for you to use your Twitch Gold on. So we want to make sure that we're helping people with their Twitch Gold stuff. But there's also always going to be something tangible that you get. So it's not just a contest for Twitch Gold, which costs us nothing, unless you're sort of using it to spend to purchase the space on the site. But we're always going to send you something physical as well. There may or may not be cool stickers, buttons, pint glasses coming down the pipe, a sexy Encounter Roleplay logo. So don't worry, there will always be something real and tangible for the contest as well.
Exactly. But there's more, and yet there's more. So probably one of the main appeals for those who perhaps don't want to Tavern RP or perhaps do, but I just want to check out RPG content for GMs, PCs. There's a loot chest, modules, resources. So we've got a ton of resources and articles for people to read, and regular ones as well, right, Mitch?
Yeah, so right now what we've done is we've put in just sort of an initial dump of content in each of these subsections for RPG stuff. But over this entire next week, every single day, I'm going to be adding more, because I've got a pretty big backlog of stuff that we need to put up from my old website, stuff that I'd prepped and started to get ready for publication, but never actually hit the green light on. So there's lots more coming as part of this initial sort of website launch. But then every Monday, we're also going to be posting additional content to these categories as well. For those of you who've been tracking the DM workshops, who've been coming to hang out at those, where we've been doing some cool building stuff, those are all going to be in the resources section. So whenever we build something in the DM workshop, resources is where we're gonna post that. We get a lot of questions about people who want to see those tables. They want to work with those sort of stat blocks that we've built. So that's where we're going to be putting that kind of stuff. And things may be double labeled. So, if it seems like it's a GM tool that we do in a DM workshop, it'll be in resources and it'll be in GM, just so it's as easy as possible for you guys to find all your stuff.
Indeed. So I've just clicked on one here. This is a module from Insomniac's Inc. The Fasting Worm, the Spider Feast. You can find it here on our website. Get a link to it.
Brand new module.
Yeah, brand new module out from Rem, who previously did. We look under modules here. These are like downloadable free PDF modules that you can get. You can pay what you want on the DM's Guild. Like we've played The Sun Goes Down and Ruby Smile months ago, Fishing for Gods and Straight Gallows, and he's come out of his third here. But we've got stuff for GMs, so if you're looking for some D&D advice for a GM, narrative, combat rules, role-play connections, why D&D for new players, and bookkeeping. So many articles around here. We've got loads of our GM basics, which we're going to send people to if they're new GMs. We always say, find out the golden rule, find out what's a GM, obstacles, objectives, all these sorts of things. But maybe you're a player. Maybe you need some ideas for your player characters for the Tavern RP. So we got the life path generator, build your own NPC, character development, the PC adventure checklist. We've got the loot chest. This is something really cool as well. So sometimes you want to find out a quick, cool loot thing for your players. They've got a bunch of different articles here. So the inverted hourglass, the horn of plenty. Let's just click on one of these. The elemental geode, for example, here. It's just a little bit of a description. Fist-side geode, colored a dull grey. Whenever any elemental creature comes within 100 feet of the geode, it begins to glow dimly once per day. The geode can be used to banish an elemental by touching it to the creature. So just a bunch of cool little thoughts which Mitch has come up with over the years. and finally resources. Is there an end to all the amazing stuff you're throwing at us? Not really, is there, Mitch? I mean, there's some adverts on the website, so we get like a tiny amount of ad revenue. Other than that, it's just for you guys. You know, we always wanted to have the website to be this proper communal space to run all this cool stuff with, and it's a thank you for 1 year of being awesome in chat and 3,000 adventurers. So there's no real end to it, and we don't really get too much out of it other than you guys enjoying yourselves and becoming even more immersed in D&D, I guess. So that's all there really is to it. I love you guys. I love you too, Travis. I've already had 2 emails in about some player characters, so that's exciting. So we'll get those up on the site very soon. So what are you saying, Volk? It won't be. Podcast. I need to work on the podcast. I mean, we've been heads down. Website has been the thing at the moment. So maybe podcast is next. But what's all this RPG content here? How many articles like a week can we expect to be on EncounterRoleplay.com, Mitch? As a kind of rough guideline are we working on?
Yeah, so there's going to be 1 loot chest every single week as a guarantee, because they're easy to whip up, to sort of put in something new. It's if you don't want to give your players an item that is in the DMG, you don't want them to just open it up and say, oh, here's the stats of what I'm getting. You want to give them an item that is itself a plot point. There's a story, there's something to do in a role-playing context behind that magic item. So there's going to be 1 of those every week, at least 1 article for GMs or for PCs. So one of either of those 2 as sort of a resource or sort of a thought-provoking thing. And again, every single week that we run a DM workshop, which will just depend on whether we have a playtesting session, that DM workshop content will get put into the resources section. So upwards of like 4 articles every single Monday, and that doesn't include news updates, that doesn't include scheduling updates, and all that fun stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So bunch of stuff here. So the only thing we suggest, if you do like the 150 plus hours of streaming of D&D that we do every single month, if you like the 24-hour streams that we do, if you like all the Tavern RP stuff, 24/7 role-playing stuff for you, if you like the website with weekly articles, and so much more, whatever else we do to keep you guys entertained, then we have the Patreon. You can support us if you wish. It's by no means mandatory. Everything is always free for people. We always want Encounter Roleplay to be 100% no buy-in, so feel free to just hop on over to Patreon, shoot us $1 or something. You get a bunch of cool rewards for it. So if you like all this stuff, you want to give us a bit of love, that's how you do it. Of course, the only other thing on the website is just a contact form. If you want to send in your stuff about your character sheet, then you can do it via this contact form here, and you can put your message in here and send off about your character sheet. So yeah, that's it. I guess you got all the different campaign hubs here. So maybe you missed Dark Heresy last week. Maybe you want to check out what happened in Dark Heresy before. You just go on here. Who are the characters, you're wondering? Well, you've got Novia Tora, played by Rachel, the level 1 Highborn Desperado, etc, etc. I've got Session 1 catch-up here for you guys. So if you just want a quick catch-up, what happened previously I missed last episode, instead of having to sit through the 3-hour video on YouTube, which you can, of course, by going to our YouTube channel here, and finding the playlist here, where, by the way, you can find daily YouTube videos. There's at least 2 videos up every single day, and all of our playlists are here. Then you could just read this little summary here and catch up with what happened previously, and that's going to be the case for every single one of our campaigns. And we run 9 a week, 9 sessions every single week. So there's a whole lot going on Encounter Roleplay at any given time. So yeah. That is the website, guys. What do you guys think? What do you say? Okay, I missed that. My GMO Monday game gave me a katana that's +8 and it was DC 15 Wisdom save. I'd be frightened. Disadvantage on attacks against damn. Seems pretty OP. I like the sound of that. So what do you guys think of the website? You got any questions about the Tavern RP? I'll throw up the rules again and how to play for you guys one more time, just so you can have a look at it here. So yeah, all you need to do, make a character sheet, you send in that email via the contact form, connect to our Discord server, and then you follow the rules, and then fourthly, you can help build our world in the World Compendium. So let's see what folks are saying. I would type words to share my opinion of it, but words cannot do it justice. What is the website? It's encounterroleplay.com is where you can find all of this stuff. I encourage as many of you as possible to send in that email about your own character sheet and get role-playing with us, because that's what it's really all about, is getting as much kind of involved with you guys as possible outside of our games, because we already have one of the most interactive streams of D&D around, so we thought, let's go one further, and let's actually roleplay with these guys 24/7 in a Discord. So, yeah, Mitch, what do you have to say for yourself, sir?
Cool. It's nice to have the big live button finally on. That under construction thing was just sort of looming for the last 2 weeks, so it's cool to finally hit go.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. Thank you very much for all the work you put in. So it looks great, guys. Looks absolutely fantastic. You're officially my new favorite Canadian. Wow, big props from Travis, sir.
I don't even care if you don't know another Canadian. I'll take it. I'll take it. And if you guys are wondering, oh, this is all great, this is cool, I'll think about it sometime. I'll get to it. I'm going to be in the Tavern role-playing tonight, right after this stream. I may need a little bit of time, 5-10 minutes or so. We'll get up those first few character sheets that we've already had put in for Twitch Gold purchases, but I will be RPing tonight. I know Will's going to try over the next couple days to get in his...
Oh, definitely. I mean...
So we'll be there.
Yeah, you can hang out with us, and even if you don't want to roleplay, you just want to hang out with us in Discord and see what's up, then we'll be around. Most of the time available for like a message, or if you just want to hang out and chat when we're not working and stuff, then we'll be around. And as will all the mods. They've got character sheets in the works as well, I know, which is super exciting. So check this space. EncounterRoleplay.com is your new home for tabletop role-playing, for D&D news. I'm lazy. Do I really have to fill out that email to just buy a building? Yes, you do. Unfortunately, there is the tough work of filling out an email, typing it in, and sending it to us, and then we do all the back-end admin work of putting it on a website, filing it up there, uploading it to our cloud, putting it all in there, and entering it into the world. So the work on your guys' end is relatively small.
Yeah, I mean, the sample email that I wrote, it could be simpler than that. If your subject line is Tavern RP buying shit, and then you just have how much gold, unlock these sections, or I want a world page, copy paste what you want written in the world page. And there we go.
There you go. Simple as 1, 2, 3, and in brackets 4 for the world building stuff. So there you go. It's on the website here. This article here. So yeah, lots of content coming out over the next few days. I think we're having over the next few days, especially during launch week, we're having lots more articles up. And once it fits into like on a regular schedule. And as ever, if you guys haven't followed us on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, if you're not a patron, if you haven't liked us on Facebook and followed us on Instagram, then here are all the links for you guys. We encourage you to enter Encounter Roleplay into all of the parts of your social media lives. So yeah, that is a little site. So yeah, it's 500.
Discord's cool because there's a general text channel as well as we're going to have a text channel just for like Q&A stuff.
Exactly.
So if you want to just be hanging out in Discord talking about D&D, not necessarily in the RP channels, that's there. There's free, open, sort of public voice channels as well if you want to actually talk to people, if that's easier than typing. If you want to just talk through a character concept or a trap that you're designing with other people, that's all there as well. So it's a place that you can just hang out, even if you're not just doing the RP. The RP is a cool feature that we're glad to be able to do in Discord, but Discord is more of just a sort of hangout. It's like Skype without the drops, I guess.
Exactly, Skype without all the horrible nature that it's Skype. Oh, I had a third email in. Oh my lord, we're gonna have a lot of characters in tonight. I had much better luck before gold was important. alas. But gold shouldn't be too hard to kind of hoard up over time. I might improve the rate at which you get gold just so folks don't have so hard a time kind of getting to it. I'll just keep looking at some different articles here to peruse. The mass combat rules. Pretty nice. Not bad. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's just a matter of sending in your email, going to play with us, Discord RP, find out how to play, send in the character sheet, get playing, or check out all the other D&D content on the website. And all that can be found there. So plumb our depths is my advice. Plumb them as deeply and as hard as you possibly can, as you dare, in fact. Also, if you actually want to play a real life game of D&D, every single Thursday, I run this session here. Well, look at us all having such a happy time. Look at Gareth there, smiling away. Look at Lee there, and Josh having a good time, and Broadwing's enjoying himself, and there's a handsome devil there. So if you want to play a game, !play every Thursday, 4 p.m. EST, anyone can join in. You can be absolutely anyone. You just send me an email. After you read these rules here, pretty simple, pretty easy. Got to have a webcam and a mic, and be able to make a character. So I've got an FAQ as well, so you should have all your questions answered under viewer games there. So
yeah, so we'll do a quick clarification again. So yeah. Pixie Gal, no, it is not restricted to patrons only that can play at the moment. The Tavern RP is for everybody.
Absolutely.
Anybody can hop in. Tonight was just a once a month only thing that we do just for our patrons, just to hang out with them a little bit in a casual way and play some cool games. Anybody can play, not just mods and not just patrons. And then just to go over once again, because I've had some questions coming in on Discord on how the sort of purchase works. Again, look at the Rosevian character sheet as a template, as like a sample. When you send Will the email, it's just going to say, I want to spend this much gold, from the purchases page. And I just want to unlock these headers to your character sheet. So we're not using actual D&D character sheets. The sheet is just a page on the website for you to write in all your content. So it's just a space that's hosted for you. You send in the email with just like the descriptive text that you've written that describes what your character sort of looks like, personality, all those different things. And you're purchasing, like unlocking those sections of the page. And then we just copy paste it.
Yeah.
You can see your sheet will look exactly like Rosevian's. Once it's fully upgraded, it's just text. So again, like this is for those who've done play by post, for those who've done text-based or chat room stuff. There's not numbers involved. You don't have to roll stats. You don't need a strength score and a dex and a wisdom. Your characters are more just narrative. They're story-based, so they can be anything and everything you'd like. And it's all about sort of text. It is more writing intensive, but that's kind of the appeal. You don't necessarily have to be on the webcam or on the microphone to have a good time and role play.
Exactly, and if you do end up wanting to play an actual game, then we have the viewer games there for if you want to find a group of D&D. And as ever, if you're looking for like a permanent full-time D&D group, then someone tweeted at me today saying I'm looking for a D&D group. I retweeted it, and apparently Sam has already found a game, so there you go, you've already found a group. So if you're just looking for a full-time D&D campaign, then I'll try my best to help you out there. So that is it. Yeah, I think they take like 1 to 2 days for like purchases to like clear with us, which is obviously just because we're like streaming and working 24/7 around the clock. So we do our best.
We'll try and do the ones tonight, like right away tonight.
Yeah,
so
exactly. We're going to try and get you guys in as quickly as possible. What else? I had something to say and I've forgotten it. Never mind. Oh, I said we should probably like throw up an FAQ at some point once we get some frequently asked questions, and we'll throw up an FAQ for those who are wondering. But encourage you guys and your friends, if you have a D&D group, to get involved so you can roleplay with each other part-time, or full-time rather, whilst you're not actually playing in your own games. That could be quite fun to roleplay just in this tavern and in this different world. Bring your favourite character, and you can make multiple characters as well. So
yeah, if you have any questions, you can also just be in the Discord, because we'll be there, mods will be there, people who roleplay in the tavern will be there, folks who know we're all here to help each other out. So
exactly.
Even if the stream signs off, we will still be in Discord. Someone will be in Discord to help answer your questions. So exactly. Easy to find what you need.
Yeah, and we're looking to build our Discord as much as possible, because we've neglected it in the past, but now we have all this wonderful stuff to do within the Discord rather than just hang out. So yeah, so quick kind of catch up. We just knew, if you're just tuning in, we're obviously Encounter Roleplay. Oh, another email in already. You guys can find our website at www.encounterroleplay.com. You can find all of our stream schedules, all of our news, reviews, contests, RPG content for GMs, for players. We've got a loot chest, we've got modules for you guys to download and play your own campaigns. You can play with us, you can get a playtesting partnership if you've got a game you want us to play on stream. You can actually play a game of D&D with us on the viewer games every Thursday. We've got the Tavern Discord RP, where you can play with us in our ! Discord. We've got our news and contests where you can enter to win 5,000 gold and a handwritten note, thank you card from myself every single month. Then we've got our RPG content here, the About Us, ways to support the team, and the legal thing there, as well as just a contact to send in your emails for your Discord RP. So that's Discord maybe adding a dice roll in upcoming batch. Oh, cool, that's interesting. So I'm making will bars. Your ERP gasming right now. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it, guys. I'm glad that you're enjoying the site, and glad that it's all the hard work which Mitch has put in and the rest of the team to make this happen is coming to fruition. So we should all start role playing together. Anything else to say, Mitch? I guess
that is all. Let's hang out.
Let's go and hang out in some Discords and have a good time, guys. So if you like what we're doing here, you can get 100 free gold just for following. So hit that follow button and join us. We are here 5 nights a week, 9 shows every single week, playing D&D, Numenera, other kind of RPGs, Dark Heresy. There's a whole load of them. You can find a schedule. Oh, look here on this website. Find the schedule here. That's crazy. So you can see when we're playing what when. And you can tune into our live Twitch channel here. That's what we mostly do. What's up, Chibi? Join our Discord. We do encourage you as much as possible to get involved in the community, in the Can Roleplay community, and get involved as much as you can. Role-playing with one another in the Tavern RP, playing games with us every Thursday, getting involved, watching the GM content, the PC content, reading through all the different crazy stuff going on there, and supporting all that we do. So I'll leave Moldark bot on tonight if you guys want to roll. And if you want to dungeon, usually I switch him off so that you have to join in for the shows. But I will. I'll turn it on so you guys can gamble away throughout the night, if you so want to. Oh, nice, Chewie. So yeah, that is all, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's show, and you want to be on our Patreon stuff in the future, every single month we're going to be doing these Patreon games. We are blessed to have such a wonderful community of generous giving people. We thank every single one of you. There are now 52 patrons, which is fucking incredible. And each and every one of you can join in once a month to play with us on stream. Games like Quiplash, games like Cards Against Humanity, and even worse. So be sure, if you are enjoying what we're doing and this huge content update which we've dropped for kind of 1 year celebrations, extended 1 year celebrations, then yeah, hit that follow button and join us. But other than that, Mitch, I think we should just head over and we need to get to these emails so that people can start putting their character sheets on the website and start role-playing with us in the Discord Tavern.
I've got the first blank sheet opened and templated, just your content.
Alright then, so I am going to head over to Discord with Mitch and we're going to start role-playing our characters here. So thanks for watching, guys. Once again, send in your emails, get playing with us, get involved, and we'll see you over on the Encounter Roleplay Discord. And other than that, chaps, try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be role-playing with you in the Discord RP Tavern when you do. So thanks again, guys. Really glad that you guys are enjoying the website, and much love from all of us. We're going to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1 PM EDT is Amoria's Dawn, which is our Open Legend campaign. Look, you can see the schedule here on this website here. And then afterwards, we've got the Dungeon Masters Workshop with Mitch. He's coming back to tell us some more, teach us his ways. And then, of course, on Monday, we've got Numenera Enter the Ninth World, and Mitch is doing that as well. He's such a very busy man, Mitch. Very busy man indeed. So we'll see you later, guys, and we'll see you on Sunday. Tomorrow, 1 PM EDT, which is 6 PM BST for Open Legend, and then 4 PM EDT or 9 PM BST for the Dungeon Masters Workshop. 6 hours of streaming coming at you tomorrow. It's been a wonderful month, guys. Happy 1st of April for me over here in April. I'm going to leave the bot on. Moldark's going to be earning you some gold tonight. And stay safe in that dungeon, everybody, because you know what Moldark is like. Occasionally he will end up touching you. It's not always allowed, but if it gets you more gold, then hey-oh. So everybody, we'll see you in Discord, and good luck out there in the tavern. See you soon, guys. Bye.